Good morning, everybody. Lindsey Huddleston back in the building. Another SPS Monday Motivation. Happy Monday to you. Shout out to all my football coaches getting it started. Two-a-days are starting today. Look forward to supporting a lot of the football coaches in the capital area these coming weeks. Shout out to Everett High School. Shout out to Sexton. They got a big game on Friday, August 27th up under the lights. Won't be there, but definitely will be promoting their game. Shout out to Holt High School, my guy Malachi over there as well. Shout out to East Lansing High School. Some of the places I plan on stopping by, checking them out, the SPSEdge show, see what's going down, talk to a coach, a defensive and offensive player. But with that, my question to you today is, are you failing to win or are you failing to win? Lindsey, what's that? Pose it again. Are you failing to win or are you failing to win? Yes, two different questions. Questions, what do you see? What did you hear? What did you associate with? Did you associate this with, I'm failing to win, I'm not winning, I'm not finding success? Or did you associate that with, every time I fail, I'm closer to winning? A lot of different perspectives. Most people think that you either win or fail. Other successful people think you fail, win. So are you failing to win? Are you failing in order to get to W? Or are you looking at life that you can't win? It's all about perspective. You can look at one thing and see so many other things. Two different people can see different things. Who was this morning? Like clockwork. Good morning, Michelle. Good to see you today. I want to thank your help meet Orlando Watkins. He did an amazing job last week. Sound Mind, Sound Body Camp. Working so hard, doing so many great things for so many people. My guy Jimmy Sanders in the building. Jimmy, what's good, baby? Are you failing to win or are you failing to win? I know you're one of those people that look at failing as an opportunity. See, he's a hustler right here, a real hustler. Jimmy rolled the dice and he figured, hey, I could just picture, hey, man, let me say, how would Jimmy say, hey, man, I just might not get it right now, but I'm going to get it. That's my Jimmy Sanders voice. What's up, family? Good brother right there. See, we got to understand, folks, that in this process of life, there are going to be things that are going to happen that may not work out for us. My question to you, would you play this game? Some people be scared. What do you focus in on? What words do you focus in on, Jimmy? Do you focus in on the word success or do you focus in on the word fail? See, it's okay. And I'm not here to pass judgment. When I spoke to the young ladies over at Cass Tech High School for the Detroit Community Schools citywide camp, we talked about mindfulness and being present and non-judgmental. I'm not judging you if because you've been beat down and hit and hurt that you see failure or you look at it as I'm failing to win, I'm not winning. That's okay. But I'm trying to tell you that within a short amount of time, if you change your perspective and how you look at it, you can say, I'm failing to win, I'm moving forward. Michael Jordan said, I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can not accept not trying. So you got to try it. You got to get back out there. What? Thomas Edison, I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work. It's about perspective. Now, you and I can have an individual perspective this morning on this Monday motivational when you leave church on Sunday, whatever it may be. But in most cases, it's the stimulation of our environment, those things around us. I talked to the young ladies about you have stimuli, you have space in between, you have a response. Many of us are great right now. Early morning, it's just us, it's just our loved ones. But when we get out into the world with so much stimuli and so many other things, it kind of throws us off and it's hard to get back. So you have to have a perspective. I'm hoping you have a perspective that as you try to achieve things, whether it's in your work, relationships, something you're trying to create, you have to look at it as that you are failing to win. So when things don't work out, it's going to lead you to that. I can remember whether it was young being in politics, whether it was, trying to get in coaching or whatever introductory experience I was having. There were so many other people in front of me in line, so many other people who had paid their dues, Michelle, so many other people, as Jimmy and I know, who was out there doing it. But Jimmy's a great example. When he started small ball university and started getting out here and working with these guards or whatnot, Eventually you get to the point where there's nobody in front of you. There is no ceremony or no handoff to say, okay, now Jimmy, it's your time. It's just there. For so many times you had to wait in line and ask permission, but when it happens, it's unceremoniously happening. You're just there. You're making it happen. So you have to look at it as I'm failing to win, because the time is going to come. Now, I try to emphasize to people that if you're going to wake up each day with a new idea, that's fine. But don't expect to have the kind of results you want if you just start on a path with something. Look at what we talked about in this visual right here. Fail, 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 win. Some people just want to wake up in the morning and focus on what's on the left side of my visual, which is, I'm going to go just take this road and go right to the win. And when they don't get that, all kind of other things happen. And what I'm telling you is that's why I always say it's so important to find something you're passionate about. So happy with the success of SPS. We're going to be announcing a few more things, including the SPS Stars Showcase, some more partnerships, some great things are happening. It's only because, fortunately, with the support of many of you, I've been able to stay the course. And I won't say it won't be hard. I can build upon what we talked about last week. I'm pre-approved. You're pre-approved. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to look up and that weight you want to lose, you're going to be losing it. You're going to look up and that job you wanted, those responsibilities you knew you can handle, you're going to be doing it. You're going to look up and that idea you have is going to be coming to fruition. You got to just stay the course. You got to stay on it. Kevin Marshall, good morning, brother. Thank you for shouting out all the coaches throughout the state of Michigan as they start their two-a-days. Same to you as well. Good morning, my brother. We got to stay the course. We got to keep going. You know about that, failing to win. It's all about perspective. And it's easy for us to get caught into the aspect that I'm failing to win. I'm not winning. I'm down right now. It's not working. But I just try to encourage you guys that if you could take a moment, take a step back and look at it. If I could grab the book, thank my mother for giving me 50 cents, most recent book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. Good morning, Dr. Higgins. Good brother, back from Twinsburg, Ohio with your lovely family. Taking the twins there. You might still be there. Brother Marshall, yeah, that's it. And in the book, it talks so much about, those experiences you have and who you're around. So many times our immediate environment overwhelms us. And it's so hard for us to get out of a mindset. We want to change. We want to do something different. But it's that environment. But I'm telling you, little by little, bit by bit, you got to work on making those changes. And you can do it. Doesn't matter what you've been 10 years, 20 years, for 30 years. Today is a day to start something new. 50 Cent says in the book, you don't just have to say, I'm done doing X, Y, Z. Just say, I'm going to not do it for this month. And this day, just work on it, because I know we all have a desire to be a better version of ourselves. I've had that too. And I fought with what you may want to call demons and other challenges. But when I find out, when I just focus on doing things, as me and my guy Forrest Boyer says, brick by brick, piece by piece. And what's the one thing that kind of overwhelms us all is what other people think. What's that line? They're all going to laugh at you. Only comedians on TV, with the exception of my guy Dwayne Gill, and he's on TV too. You can't worry about what somebody is saying on the side, because their insecurities are coming out, because they're challenging you. And you know what? Good. Let them laugh at you. Feel uncomfortable, because if you really are passionate about what you want to achieve or what you're working on, it should not matter. It should be another way to cleanse the experience. Okay, who's with me and who's not? I saw someone at the gym this morning, and I was talking to her about, her goals and plans, and she had a goal or a plan that probably would be considered unpopular. But I said, if that's what you're trying to do, be about that. You can't let others, influence you off the goal. If they can influence you with a word, with a laugh, or with a comment, hey, you wasn't about that life anyway. That's okay. Because we all search to find that thing that can just really be rooted in us. And as my guy Curtis Blackwell said in our 2-part interview, which was great, you should check it out. It's on my Facebook and my YouTube channel at the SPSEdge. He talked about the fire burning. What's burning a fire inside of you? What's making you say, man, I can't stop thinking about this. I can't stop working on this. There goes, stages are just like children. You go from being infants to being adults. My baby is not an adult. She starts back school next week. But I remember when I gave her, her mother was out of town. I was watching her and we were hanging out, and she was probably about 3 or 4. I'll tell the story as I get ready to wrap up. And I had a sucker that we had earlier. We want to be careful not to give her too much candy. You know how that goes. And she said, Daddy, I just want to look at it. I just want to look at it. I said, no better. I'm from 7 Mile, or wherever you're from. I let her look at it. I'm watching TV and I hear a crunch, Kevin. John, your little niece, I hear a crunch. And I said, no, she didn't bite that sucker. And I looked and she was biting it and eating it. And she had a pillow in front of her face, even though she was sitting right next to me. I say all that to say, you go from an infant stage in whatever you're doing, something you couldn't believe. You know, why my daughter would trick me into saying, let me just look at the sucker and do that. I mean, she probably would try to trick me into something right now, but whatever it is you're working on, there's going to be an infant stage and there's going to have to be growth. There's going to be some silly things that happen as you start out. But just as I love my daughter with all my heart, Kevin, you see how she did me, man? See, I know how you are, Papa, with them babies, just as I love her with all my heart, that's part of the growth. So whatever it is you're working on, whatever new thing you have on your heart, you can start that. You can be that. Just look at it. What is your perspective? Are you failing to win or are you failing to win? I won't keep you guys too much on this Monday. I just want you to go on and have a great day, have a great week, have a great month, have a great year. So proud of everybody for getting up and no matter how challenged they feel, saying, I'm going to push through this moment. Nobody's expecting you to, have a parade for all of your things that you're working on, but just be confident in who you are. Feel good about what you are. And if you're having a tough time, just say, hey, I'm just going to go out and take a deep breath and enjoy the day. Yeah, that's right. Failing to win. Yes, brother, you got that. That's for you going forward and all the young people you work with and you serve and all the other people on my timeline too. So as we get ready to hit 12 minutes, John, you know that number 12 is special for us apostles, right? I just want to wish you guys greatness. Greatness is already in you. You've been pre-approved, as I told you last week. So the question is, are you failing to win or are you failing to win? So Lindsay Hudson with SPS. See you guys next time.